Bismillahir-Rahman-Rahim. Exposition of the Holy Quran. By Allama G. A. Parwez. Sura 5. Al-Ma'idah.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu awfu bil-uqud. أحلت لكم بهيمة الأنعام إلا ما يتلى عليكم غير محل الصيد وأنتم حرم إن الله يحكم ما يريد.
1. O Jamaat al-Mu'minin. Observe the restrictions imposed on you by Allah carefully. He has made animals which graze, lawful for you, as food, excepting those for which instructions have been given separately. 2. 173, 5. 3. If you are in the state of pilgrimage, do not hunt these animals. Verily, Allah ordains what He deems proper.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تحلوا شعائر الله ولا الشهر الحرام ولا الهدي ولا القلائد ولا آمين البيت الحرام يبتغون فضلا من ربهم ورضوانا وإذا حللتم فاصطادوا ولا يجرمنكم شنآن قوم أن صدوكم عن المسجد الحرام أن تعتدوا وتعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان واتقوا الله إن الله شديد العقاب.
2. Do not profane. I. The symbols designed by Allah. 2. 158. And E. The sacred months during which waging wars is prohibited. The animals which pilgrims take for their use must be protected. 22. 28, 22. 36. Those who go for pilgrimage must not be ill-treated so that they may be in a position to seek the bounties of their sustainer and his accord and discuss their programs and plans peacefully when Hajj is over. You may resort to hunting again in Mecca. You will meet those who inflicted great hardships on you for a long time, even obstructing your entry to the Kaaba. Now you have overcome them, but the feeling of revenge should not prevent you from doing justice to them and induce you to indulge in excesses. 5. 8. Cooperate with one another in matters dealing with the welfare of humanity. Adhere to the laws of Allah. Let the action of your enemies be judged by the law of Mukafat.
حرمت عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير وما أهل لغير الله به والمنخنقة والموقوذة والمتردية والنطيحة وما أكل السبع إلا ما ذكيتم وما ذبح على النصب وأن تستقسموا بالأزلام ذلكم فسق. اليوم يئس الذين كفروا من دينكم فلا تخشوهم واخشون. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. فمن اضطر في مخمصة غير متجانف لإثم فإن الله غفور رحيم.
3. Allah has declared the following to be haram. 2. 173. 1. Carrion. 2. Flowing blood. 6. 146. 3. The flesh of swine. 4. That which has been dedicated to someone other than Allah. 5. That which has been killed by strangling or by being gored. 6. That which has been partly eaten by a wild beast unless you have slaughtered it properly before its death. 7. That which has been sacrificed on altars. 8. That which has been apportioned by means of divining arrows, a superstitious custom amongst the mushrikeen at that time, as such things would take you away from the right path. However, if one is faced with a situation when he can find nothing else to eat except the above, and his life is threatened, then he can partake of what has been declared haram provided he is driven to it by starvation and not out of greed or the desire to violate the divine laws. 2. 173. Your adversaries who had rejected your deen have now given up hope of reaching any compromise with you. They will confront you openly now. Do not be afraid of them. Your ascendancy over them has been completely established, and thus Allah has bestowed His full blessings upon you, and Islam has been assigned for you as your deen, so there is no need for fear or compromise. You should only fear the consequences of disobeying Allah's laws. And most certainly Allah is the Protector and the Rahim.
يسألونك ماذا أحل لهم قل أحل لكم الطيبات وما علمتم من الجوارح مكلبين تعلمونهن مما علمكم الله فكلوا مما أمسكن عليكم واذكروا اسم الله عليه واتقوا الله إن الله سريع الحساب.
4 people ask you, O Rasul, what is made lawful for them? Tell them that accepting what is haram, all pleasant things are halal. You can also eat the flesh of animals seized by your beasts of prey, whom you have trained by means of the capability given to you by Allah. You must pronounce the name of Allah over these animals and thus take good care of laws of Allah, who is swift in reckoning.
اليوم أحل لكم الطيبات وطعام الذين أوتوا الكتاب حل لكم وطعامكم حل لهم والمحصنات من المؤمنات والمحصنات من الذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبلكم إذا آتيتموهن أجورهن محصنين غير مسافحين ولا متخذي أخدان ومن يكفر بالإيمان فقد حبط عمله وهو في الآخرة من الخاسرين.
5. To reiterate, accepting that which has been declared to be haram, you may partake everything else which is good and pleasant for you. Also lawful for you is the food prepared by those who were given the book, provided it does not contain that which is prohibited to you, and if they also partake of your food. Chaste and Momen women are lawful for you in marriage, and also chaste women from amongst the people who were given the book before you, provided you give them their dower and marry them for the purpose of leading a conjugal life and not for the mere satisfaction of your lust. Do not have a secret relationship with 4:25. Those who do so exchange deen for ka. All their actions are rendered waste, and in the hereafter they will be the losers.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق وامسحوا برؤوسكم وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين وإن كنتم جنبا فاطهروا وإن كنتم مرضى أو على سفر أو جاء أحد منكم من الغائط أو لامستم النساء فلم تجدوا ماء فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا فامسحوا بوجوهكم وأيديكم منه ما يريد الله ليجعل عليكم من حرج ولكن يريد ليطهركم وليتم نعمته عليكم لعلكم تشكرون.
6. O Jamaat al-Mu'minin, at the time of Salat wash your faces and your hands and arms up to the elbows and pass your wet hands lightly over your head and wash your feet up to the ankles. If you have cohabited with your wives, then take a full bath. If you cannot wash yourself due to sickness when water is harmful to you, or when you are on a journey or have returned from a call of nature or have touched a woman, and water is not available, in these cases you can clean yourselves by using soil and wiping your hands and face. 4:43. Allah does not want to impose hardships upon you. His intentions is only to keep you in a clean state so that he can bestow the full measure of his blessings upon you and your efforts may fructify.
واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم وميثاقه الذي واثقكم به إذ قلتم سمعنا وأطعنا واتقوا الله إن الله عليم بذات الصدور.
7. Keep in mind the blessings bestowed on you by Allah and the covenant made with him by you, saying, we have heard and we will obey, therefore fulfill your covenant by adhering to the laws of Allah. Allah's law of mukafat is aware even of what is harbored within you.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كونوا قوامين لله شهداء بالقسط ولا يجرمنكم شنآن قوم على ألا تعدلوا اعدلوا هو أقرب للتقوى واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون.
8. O Jamaat al-Mu'minin, always stand up for justice in the cause of Allah. Let not the enmity of others towards you make you deviate from the path of justice. Always, and in all circumstances, act justly. This is akin to taqwa. Always adhere to the laws of Allah, who is aware of all that you do.
وعد الله الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم مغفرة وأجر عظيم والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا أولئك أصحاب الجحيم.
9 to 10. Allah has promised that for those who believe and do good, there will be protection and great reward. On the other hand, Jahim shall be the abode of those who reject Allah's laws outright and those who profess to believe in them, but whose profession is belied by their actions.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ هم قوم أن يبسطوا إليكم أيديهم فكف أيديهم عنكم واتقوا الله وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون.
11 O Jamaat al-Mu'minin, recollect the blessings which Allah showed to you when a certain people were bent upon acting high-handedly towards you. He restrained their hands. Therefore, you should adhere to Allah's laws and repose your trust in Him.
ولقد أخذ الله ميثاق بني إسرائيل وبعثنا منهم 12 نقيبا وقال الله إني معكم لئن أقمتم الصلاة وآتيتم الزكاة وآمنتم برسلي وعزرتموهم وأقرضتم الله قرضا حسنا لأكفرن عنكم سيئاتكم ولأدخلنكم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار فمن كفر بعد ذلك منكم فقد ضل سواء السبيل.
12 Allah had taken a covenant from the Bani Israel and had raised 12 leaders guardians from amongst them. Allah had assured him that if they established the order of Salat and Zakat, had faith in Allah's rusul supporting their mission, and gave a loan to Allah for humanity's betterment, then He would certainly be with them, removing their weaknesses and admitting them into gardens wherein streams flow. But whoever turns back after this will drift from the path of prosperity in life.
فبما نقضهم ميثاقهم لعناهم وجعلنا قلوبهم قاسية يحرفون الكلم عن مواضعه ونسوا حظا مما ذكروا به ولا تزال تطلع على خائنة منهم إلا قليلا منهم فاعف عنهم واصفح إن الله يحب المحسنين.
13 When the Bani Israel breached the covenant, they deprived themselves of the blessings of Allah and their hearts were hardened. 2:74 They tampered with the phraseology of divine revelation and even set aside a portion of their commandments. They will continue to indulge in similar activities, and you will always discover deceit in them excepting a few of them. So forbear and overlook. Allah likes those who lead a balanced life.
ومن الذين قالوا إنا نصارى أخذنا ميثاقهم فنسوا حظا مما ذكروا به فأغرينا بينهم العداوة والبغضاء إلى يوم القيامة وسوف ينبئهم الله بما كانوا يصنعون.
14 This was about the Jews. From those who call themselves the Nazarenes, we had also taken a similar covenant. But they neglected apart what was ordained. They split up into sects and their mutual enmity and spite will be everlasting. It will not be long before Allah will let them know the actual position of their self-made faith.
يا أهل الكتاب قد جاءكم رسولنا يبين لكم كثيرا مما كنتم تخفون من الكتاب ويعفو عن كثير قد جاءكم من الله نور وكتاب مبين يهدي به الله من اتبع رضوانه سبل السلام ويخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور بإذنه ويهديهم إلى صراط مستقيم.
15 to 16 OAHL Al-Kitab. Our Rasul has come to you to lay open much that you were wont to conceal in your scriptures. He will overlook many of your shortcomings. A light has assuredly come to you from Allah, i.e., a book of illumination by which He will guide those who wish to follow the path of peace and complete harmony. He will bring him out of darkness into light and direct him to the straight path of success and prosperity in life.
لقد كفر الذين قالوا إن الله هو المسيح ابن مريم قل فمن يملك من الله شيئا إن أراد أن يهلك المسيح ابن مريم وأمه ومن في الأرض جميعا ولله ملك السماوات والأرض وما بينهما يخلق ما يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير.
17 Those who deify Messiah, son of Mary, indeed commit kafir. O Rasul, ask them who could stop Allah if He wished to destroy the Messiah, son of Mary, His mother and all who were on the earth. All power and authority in the entire universe belongs to Allah alone. He creates what He wishes and provides a measure for everything.
وقالت اليهود والنصارى نحن أبناء الله وأحباؤه قل فلم يعذبكم بذنوبكم بل أنتم بشر ممن خلق يغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء ولله ملك السماوات والأرض وما بينهما وإليه المصير.
18 Jews and Christians say, we are the beloved children of Allah, and notwithstanding what we do, paradise belongs to us. Ask them, O Rasul. Why then does Allah punish you from time to time for your wrongdoings? Even your scriptures are replete with accounts of your shortcomings and your sufferings. You are not the beloved children of Allah. You are like others whom He has created. Both forgiveness and punishment are determined by Allah's law of mukafat. Allah's authority dominates the entire universe. All human beings are accountable to Him and will be judged according to the law of mukafat.
يا أهل الكتاب قد جاءكم رسولنا يبين لكم على فترة من الرسل أن تقولوا ما جاءنا من بشير ولا نذير فقد جاءكم بشير ونذير والله على كل شيء قدير.
1908 Al-Kitab. Our Rasul has come to you at a time when the light kindled by the previous Rusul had become dimmed through the misdoings of their followers, and their teachings were made ineffective. So that you may not say there had come to us no bearer of good tidings. Nor a warner. Now a bearer of good tidings and a warner has come to you, and, therefore, you have no excuse for covering your misdoing. Allah has appointed measures for all things.
وَإِذْ قَالَ مُوسَى لِقَوْمِهِ يَا قَوْمِ اذْكُرُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ إِذْ جَعَلَ فِيكُمْ أَنْبِيَاءَ وَجَعَلَكُمْ مُلُوكًا وَآتَاكُمْ مَا لَمْ يُؤْتِ أَحَدًا مِنَ الْعَالَمِينَ.
20 Call to mind the time when Moses addressed his people, saying, remember the blessings bestowed upon you by Allah, by raising Anbiya from amongst you and making you possessors of power and authority, and giving you what has never been given to any people before i.e., the privileges both of divine guidance and kingdom.
يا قوم ادخلوا الأرض المقدسة التي كتب الله لكم ولا ترتدوا على أدباركم فتنقلبوا خاسرين.
21 He asked them, O my people, enter boldly the land which Allah has assigned to you, and do not turn back lest you be the losers.
قالوا يا موسى إن فيها قوما جبارين وإنا لن ندخلها حتى يخرجوا منها فإن يخرجوا منها فإنا داخلون.
22 They said to Moses, therein live people who are most powerful and oppressive. Surely we will not enter that land till they are out of it. If they leave it, then we will certainly enter it.
قال رجلان من الذين يخافون أنعم الله عليهما ادخلوا عليهم الباب فإذا دخلتموه فإنكم غالبون وعلى الله فتوكلوا إن كنتم مؤمنين.
23 Thereupon 2 men from amongst them who feared disobeying Allah's laws, and whom Allah had favored with his blessings, said, Why do you feel so weak and timid? Rush into the city through its gate. Once you have done that, you will be victorious. You should trust in Allah if you truly believe in Him.
قالوا يا موسى إنا لن ندخلها أبدا ما داموا فيها فاذهب أنت وربك فقاتلا إنا هاهنا قاعدون.
24 They said, O Moses, never shall we enter the land while they are there. If you are so confident about Allah's help, you and your Rabb can go and fight with them. We will wait and see.
قال رب إني لا أملك إلا نفسي وأخي فافرق بيننا وبين القوم الفاسقين.
25 Grieved by their attitude, Moses exclaimed, My Rabb, I have no control over anyone except myself and my brother. You should decide between the two of us and these unruly people.
قال فإنها محرمة عليهم 40 سنة يتيهون في الأرض فلا تأس على القوم الفاسقين.
26. Thereupon Allah said, Let this land be forbidden to them for 40 years. They shall wander in the wilderness in utter distraction. Since this is the outcome of their own doings, you should not grieve for them.
واتل عليهم نبأ ابني آدم بالحق إذ قربا قربانا فتقبل من أحدهما ولم يتقبل من الآخر قال لأقتلنك قال إنما يتقبل الله من المتقين. لئن بسطت إلي يدك لتقتلني ما أنا بباسط يدي إليك لأقتلك إني أخاف الله رب العالمين. إني أريد أن تبوء بإثمي وإثمك فتكون من أصحاب النار وذلك جزاء الظالمين.
27 to 29 Isaac and Ishmael were brothers at first. Nubuwwat remained within the descendants of Isaac thereafter. However, it was bestowed upon Ishmael's descendant Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Jews were very envious of this. To illustrate the results of envy, Allah relates to them, in due form, the story of the two sons of Adam. Two persons, each of them made an offering to Allah. The offering of one of them was accepted, and that of the other was not. Thereupon, the one whose offering was rejected said to the other out of anger and spite, I will surely kill you. The other replied, I have done nothing against you that you should kill me. Allah accepts the offering from the muttaqin. You may stretch forth your hand to kill me, but I will not do so. I am very much afraid of disobeying Allah's laws. It may, however, come about that in defending myself some harm may come to you. You will be responsible both for your intention to kill me and the injury you might receive at my hands. You will be the dweller of Jahannam. This is the recompense of Zalimin.
فطوعت له نفسه قتل أخيه فقتله فأصبح من الخاسرين.
30. Despite what his brother said, Cain made up his mind to slay his brother and indeed did so, and thus became one of the losers.
فبعث الله غرابا يبحث في الأرض ليريه كيف يواري سوءة أخيه قال يا ويلتى أعجزت أن أكون مثل هذا الغراب فأواري سوءة أخي فأصبح من النادمين.
31. He killed his brother in anger, but when his anger subsided, he was regretful. It so happened that he saw a raven scratching the earth. This made him think that the raven was suggesting to him that he should have covered his brother's fault instead of killing him. When this dawned upon him, he became extremely ashamed of himself.
من أجل ذلك كتبنا على بني إسرائيل أنه من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا ومن أحياها فكأنما أحيا الناس جميعا ولقد جاءتهم رسلنا بالبينات ثم إن كثيرا منهم ثم إن كثيرا منهم بعد ذلك في الأرض لمسرفون.
32. Unjust murder is such a heinous crime that we laid down for the Bani Israel that if one kills another except as a punishment for murder or for spreading disorder in the land, it shall be as if he has killed all mankind. On the other hand, if one saves the life of a single person, it shall be as if he has saved the lives of all mankind. Our Rusul came with instructions as clear as this, but the majority of them continued to commit excesses.
إنما جزاء الذين يحاربون الله ورسوله ويسعون في الأرض فسادا أن يقتلوا أو يصلبوا أو تقطع أيديهم وأرجلهم من خلاف أو ينفوا من الأرض ذلك لهم خزي في الدنيا ولهم في الآخرة عذاب عظيم. إلا الذين تابوا من قبل أن تقدروا عليهم فاعلموا أن الله غفور رحيم.
33 to 34. The recompense of those who are against the divine system and go about spreading disorder in the land is execution, crucifixion, physical restraint and banishment from the country. This is their punishment and disgrace in this world, and in the hereafter they will have even greater chastisement if they surrender and repent before they are overpowered. They may secure Allah's protection and rahmat.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وابتغوا إليه الوسيلة وجاهدوا في سبيله لعلكم تفلحون.
35. O Jamaat al-Mu'mineen, adhere to Allah's laws and try to secure a high rank in His eyes. For this you should strive hard in the cause of Allah. This is how you will be successful in your efforts.
إن الذين كفروا لو أن لهم ما في الأرض جميعا ومثله معه ليفتدوا به من عذاب يوم القيامة ما تقبل منهم ولهم عذاب أليم. يريدون أن يخرجوا من النار وما هم بخارجين منها ولهم عذاب مقيم.
36 to 37. Those who oppose the divine order will not be able to protect themselves from torment on the day of reckoning, even if they possessed all the treasures of the world twice over and offered it as ransom, since this ransom would not be accepted, for a grievous suffering awaits them. No matter how much they want to flee from Jahannam, they will not be able to do so. A long-lasting suffering awaits them.
والسارق والسارقة فاقطعوا أيديهما جزاء بما كسبا نكالا من الله والله عزيز حكيم. فمن تاب من بعد ظلمه وأصلح فإن الله يتوب عليه إن الله غفور رحيم.
38 to 39. As to a thief, man or woman, such restrictions should be imposed on them which render them incapable of committing such crime. If they feel regretful and make amends thereafter, and the authority concerned is satisfied that they can be reclaimed, divine order shall take steps to protect them and make provisions for their nourishment. till they are capable of earning of their own. They may be forgiven.
ألم تعلم أن الله له ملك السماوات والأرض يعذب من يشاء ويغفر لمن يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير.
40. Do you not know that Allah has the highest authority in the entire universe? He has appointed laws for punishment and forgiveness according to the measures He has devised.
يا أيها الرسول لا يحزنك الذين يسارعون في الكفر من الذين قالوا آمنا بأفواههم ولم تؤمن قلوبهم ومن الذين هادوا سماعون للكذب سماعون لقوم آخرين لم يأتوك يحرفون الكلم من بعد مواضعه يقولون إن أوتيتم هذا فخذوه وإن لم تؤتوه فاحذروا ومن يرد الله فتنته فلن تملك له من الله شيئا أولئك الذين لم يرد الله أن يطهر قلوبهم لهم في الدنيا خزي ولهم في الآخرة عذاب عظيم.
41. O Rasul, let not those people cause you grief who run headlong towards Ka. They are, those who profess to be believers but, in fact, are not, and from amongst the Jews. They come to you so that going back to their companions they may coin lies. They pervert the words of their scriptures and say to their followers, if the believers give you something like this you should accept it, otherwise be wary of it. None will be able to save those who create a fitna from Allah's chastisement. These are the people who do not want that their hearts should be purified. For them there is disgrace in this world and great chastisement in the hereafter.
سماعون للكذب أكالون للسحت فإن جاءوك فاحكم بينهم أو أعرض عنهم وإن تعرض عنهم فلن يضروك شيئا وإن حكمت فاحكم بينهم بالقسط إن الله يحب المقسطين.
42. To reiterate, the Jews listen to you only to coin lies. They devour that which is unlawful. Their religious leaders have the authority to decide their disputes, but they adopt a very cunning technique. If they want to favor a person and feel that judgment according to Muslim law will be favorable to them, they advise him to go to the Rasul. O Rasul, they come to you for judgment. It is up to you to take up the case or decline to interfere. If you decline, it will do you no harm, but if you judge between them, judge justly. Allah likes those who judge fairly.
وكيف يحكمونك وعندهم التوراة فيها حكم الله ثم يتولون من بعد ذلك وما أولئك بالمؤمنين.
43. It is surprising that they come to you for judgment, when they have the Torah with them and they profess that it contains Allah's commandments. They turn away from the Torah. The truth is that they do not really believe in anything. Leave aside their own book.
إنا وأنزلنا التوراة فيها هدى ونور يحكم بها النبيون الذين أسلموا للذين هادوا والربانيون والأحبار بما استحفظوا من كتاب الله وكانوا عليه شهداء فلا تخشوا الناس واخشوني ولا تشتروا بآياتي ثمنا قليلا ومن لم يحكم بما أنزل الله فأولئك هم الكافرون.
44. The fact is that we had sent them the Torah which contained guidance and light. Their Anbiya who surrendered to Allah's laws used to settle their disputes according to it. The rabbis and guardians of law who were vested with the responsibility of safeguarding Allah's revelation, and they also bore witness to its truth, did likewise. So, O Jews, fear none except me and do not barter my injunctions for a paltry price. Mark this. Those who do not decide their affairs according to what Allah has revealed, they are the one who in fact are the kafirin.
وكتبنا عليهم فيها أن النفس بالنفس والعين بالعين والأنف بالأنف والأذن بالأذن والسن بالسن والجروح قصاص فمن تصدق به فهو كفارة له ومن لم يحكم بما أنزل الله فأولئك هم الظالمون.
45. In that book, the Torah, we had laid down the law for them. Life for life, eye for eye, nose for nose, ear for ear and tooth for tooth, and for other injuries like for like. If the injured person forgoes retaliation out of kindliness, this will serve as an atonement for the criminal's wrongdoing, as for the judges they should remember. Those who do not judge according to what Allah has revealed are, in fact, the Zalimin.
وقفينا على آثارهم بعيسى ابن مريم مصدقا لما بين يديه من التوراة وآتيناه الإنجيل فيه هدى ونور ومصدقا لما بين يديه من التوراة وهدى وموعظة للمتقين.
46. We sent Jesus, son of Mary, in the line of the Anbiya of the Bani Israel to confirm that which was already in the Torah. We gave him the Injil, which also contained guidance and light and confirmed the teachings of the Torah. To reiterate, the Injil contained guidance and light and confirmed the teachings of the Torah, but the guidance and good counsel contained in it was beneficial only for those who cared to adhere to Allah's laws.
وَلْيَحْكُمْ أَهْلُ الْإِنْجِيلِ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فِيهِ وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ.
47. The followers of the Injil were asked to administer justice according to that book, and were warned that those who do not decide their affairs by what Allah has revealed are indeed the Fasiqin.
إليك الكتاب بالحق مصدقا لما بين يديه من الكتاب ومهيمنا عليه فاحكم بينهم بما أنزل الله ولا تتبع أهواءهم عما جاءك من الحق لكل جعلنا منكم شرعة ومنهاجا ولو شاء الله لجعلكم أمة واحدة ولكن ليبلوكم فيما آتاكم فاستبقوا الخيرات إلى الله مرجعكم جميعا فينبئكم بما كنتم فيه تختلفون.
48 O Rasul, likewise we have sent you a book based on truth. It validates and subsumes the true teachings of the earlier books. You should judge between them according to what Allah has revealed and do not follow their desires which make you deviate from the truth. You might ask yourself, when Allah's guidance sent to all the Anbiya was the same, and differences were created subsequently by their followers, why did Allah not compel the latter to follow his laws? The answer is that doing so would have been against Allah's plan, according to which freedom of the will has been given to human beings. Moral responsibility for all actions derives from this freedom. Moreover, this gives them the greatest incentive to do good deeds. So, O Jamaat al-Mu'minin, be expeditious in doing good deeds, the result of which will come about according to Allah's law of mukafat. When the divine order is established, the differences and variations created by the followers of the earlier Anbiya will become manifest.
وأن احكم بينهم بما أنزل الله ولا تتبع أهواءهم واحذرهم أن يفتنوك عن بعض ما أنزل الله إليك فإن تولوا فاعلم أنما يريد الله أن يصيبهم ببعض ذنوبهم وإن كثيرا من الناس لفاسقون.
49 O Rasul, judge between them by what Allah has revealed and follow not their desires. Be on your guard lest they tempt you away from any of the commandments of Allah. If they turn away from the judgment you give, they will certainly fall into fitna for some of their wrongdoing. A good many of them are farajikeen.
أفحكم الجاهلية يبغون ومن أحسن من الله حكما لقوم يوقنون.
50 Those who turn away from the judgment you give, in fact, wish to revert to the time of Jahiliyyah. But the true Mu'mineen know that there can be no law or system better than the one given by Allah.